50 Shades of Grey, page 12. I'm a very private person, Miss Steele. I go a long way to protect my privacy. I don't often give interviews. Why did you agree to this one? Because I'm a benefactor of the university, and for all the interns and purposes, I couldn't get Miss Kavanagh off my back. She badgered me and badgered my PR people, and I admire that kind of tenacity. I know how tenacious Kate can be. That's why I'm sitting here squirming uncomfortably under his penetrating gaze when I should be studying for my exams. You also invest in farming technologies. Why are you interested in that area? We can't eat money, Miss Steele, and there are too many people on the planet who don't have enough to eat. That sounds very philanthropic. Is that something you feel passionate about, feeding the world's poor? He shrugs noncommittally. It's shrewd business, he murmurs, though I think he's being disingenuous. It doesn't make sense feeding the world's poor. I can't see the financial benefit of this, only the virtue of the ideal. I glance at the next question, confused by his attitude. Do you have a philosophical? If so, what is it? I don't have a philosophy as such. Maybe a guiding principle. Carges, a man who acquires the ability to take full possession of his own mind, may take possession of anything else to which he's justly entitled. I am a very singular driven. I like to control of myself and those who's around me. So you want to possess things. You're a control freak. I want to be deserved to possess them, but yes, bottom line, I do. You sound like the ultimate consumer. I am, he smiles, but the smile doesn't touch his eyes. Again, this is at odds with someone who wants to feed the world. So I can't help thinking that we're all talking about something else, but I'm mystified as to what it is. I swallow hard. The temperature in the room is rising, or maybe it's just me. I just want this interview to be over. Surely Kate has enough material now. I glance at the next question. You're adopted. How do you think about that shaped the way you are? Oh, this is personal. I stare at him, hoping he's not offended. He brow furrows. I have no way of knowing. My interests is pigweed. How old were you when you were adopted? That is a matter of public record, Miss Steele. His tone is stern. Crap, yes, of course. If I'd known I was doing this interview, I would have done some research. Flustered, I move on quickly. You have to sacrifice family life for your work. That's not a question, he tears. Sorry, I scream. He's made me feel like an inerrant child. I try again. Have you ever had to sacrifice family life for your work? I have a family. I have a brother and sister and 2 loving parents. I'm not interested in extending my family beyond that. Are you gay, Miss Grey? He nails sharply and cringed, mortified. Crap. Why didn't I apply some kind of filter before I read this straight out? How can I tell I'm not just reading the questions? Damn Kate and her curiosity. No, Anastasia, I'm not. He raises his eyebrow, a clue gleam in his eyes. He does not look pleased. I apologised. It's written here. It's the first time he said my name. My heartbeat has accelerated and my cheeks are heating up again. Nervously, I took my loosened hair behind my ear. He cocks his head to one side. These aren't your questions. The blood drains from my head. No, Kate, Miss Kavanagh. She complied the questions. Are you colleagues on the student paper? Oh no, I have nothing to do with the student paper. It's an extracurricular activity, not mine. My face is aflame. No, she's my roommate. He rubs his chin in quiet deliberation, his grey eyes appraising me. Do you volunteer to do this interview? He asks, his voice deadly quiet. Hang on, who's supposed to be interviewing whom? His eyes burn into me, and I'm compliant to answer with the truth. I was drafted. She's not well. My voice is weak and apologetic. That explains a great deal. There's a knock on the door, and blonde number 2 enters. Mr. Gray forgives me for interrupting, but your next meeting is just 2 minutes. It is in 2 minutes. We're not finished here, Adrian. Please cancel my next meeting. Adria hesitates, gaping at him. She appears lost. He turns his head slowly to face her and raises his eyebrows. She's flushed, bright pink. Oh good, it's not just me. Very well, Mr. Gray, she mutters, then exits. He frowns and turns his attention back to me. Where were we, Miss Steele? Oh, we're back to Miss Steele now. Please don't let me keep you from anything. I want to know about you. I think it's only fair. His eyes are aligned with curiosity. Double crap. Where's he going with this? He places his elbows on the arms of the chair and steeples his fingers in front of his mouth. His mouth is very distracting. I swallow. There's not much to know. What are your plans after graduation? I shrug, thrown by his interest. Move to Seattle with Kate, find a job. I haven't really thought beyond my finals. I haven't made any plans, Mr. Gray. I just need to get through my final exams, which I should be studying for right now, rather than sitting in your patron's swanky, sterility office, feeling uncomfortable under your perpetuating gaze.